Hi guys, welcome to my channel. I'm so excited to finally be sitting here and starting my YouTube channel, and I've been wanting to do this for a long time now, and I can't believe this is actually happening, where I'm sitting down with my camera, my computer, my lights, my background, and I finally just get to sit here and play with makeup and do this as a hobby. This is actually my third time trying to do this video, and I'll tell you more about it. Like, you'll hear more about it later on in the video. But thank you so much for subscribing and for liking this video, and even if you heard about it through a friend, through me, through Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook, whatever it may be, thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope that you guys like this video. I did a chit-chat get ready with me so that you guys can know a little bit more about me. I can tell you more about myself, where I come from, my background, and what made me start YouTube, what made me get into makeup and everything like that. So I can't wait for you guys to start this journey with me, and if you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up, please subscribe, and I'll be sure to upload on Wednesdays and Fridays, and sometimes I'm going to start uploading on Sundays. So I'll explain everything in this video, but thank you so much for watching. And if you want to see how I got this look, please keep on watching. So I already washed my face, and I moisturized using my Sunday moisturizer. And now I'm just going to take my Carmex chapstick and just moisturize my lips with that before I apply any makeup. And then I like to do my eyeshadow first. So while I do my eyeshadow, I apply my primer so that I can have time to settle into my skin before I apply my foundation. So today I'm just going to use the Maybelline Baby Skin Pore Eraser, and I'm just going to apply a little bit. So I'm just going to work that into where I have pores and my problem areas with pores. But as I probably already told you guys, this is my third time filming this video, and all three times I've been doing different looks, and I'm not sure what look I'm going to do today, but it's probably not going to be the same one that I did yesterday, because I wasn't even recording anything. I was just sitting here in front of the camera thinking I was recording. So now that I've worked that all into my skin, I'm going to start on I like to do my eyeshadow first so that the fallout doesn't land on my foundation or my concealer or anything. So I'm going to do my eyebrows with Sasia Brow Wiz, and this is in the shade Chocolate. And so that's when I knew, okay, so I'm not in school anymore. I quit one of my jobs, so now I only have one job and I have a lot more free time, so why not, you know, start my videos that I wanted to do for a while. So that's what I'm doing now. So now I'm going to take my Morphe E23. I'm going to take a little bit of this. I never hear nobody talk about this. The Smooth Skin Liquid Concealer by NYC. And I heard that NYC isn't going to be sold here in the States anymore, which is really sad, but I'm pretty sure you can find them online or anything and just get their just get things shipped to your house. So just gonna apply a little bit, and this is just to conceal all the little veins that I have on my eyelids, so that when we apply our eyeshadow, it's like on a clear canvas and there's nothing getting in the way of the pigmentation. And this will also help the pigmentation of the eyeshadows. I'm going to use the Makeup Revolution Redemption eyeshadow palette. And so I'm just going to grab, with the same Morphe E23 brush, I'm just going to grab that first shade and dip into it a little bit. And these shadows I love because they're super pigmented. So I'm just going to put that all over my eyelid to set that concealer and make sure that it doesn't crease and that it doesn't move anything, and that all my eyeshadows on top that I apply will blend seamlessly. So I grew up in a single mother home. My dad is in my life, and he's always been in my life, but him and my mom I'm describing more and just applying it to the other eye. But him and my mom never saw eye to eye, and they never were really happy with each other. So like I never grew up with my dad in my household. from when I can remember. It was like the first month that I was born that like they started having problems, and then after that, that's when he just left. But me and my dad are really, really, really close, even though we don't live together. He's a person that I talk to every day, and he's actually more of a person that I talk to more than my mom, even though I do live with her. He's more understanding, and he's just really, really cool. So I talk to him, or I have a closer relationship to my dad than I do my mom, which, I mean, I don't have a bad relationship with my mom, but even when I was younger, like, it was never the best relationship. So after I set my my base with the first eyeshadow, I'm going to go in with the same brush, the same E23 brush, and I'm going to go in with this 5th shade, and I'm going to use it as my, give me a second. I'm going to go in with this 5th shade right here, and I'm just going to use it as my transition. So I'm going to pick it up on the same brush, just a little bit, because these are super pigmented. And then I'm just going to put it kind of all over my crease and a little bit above my crease, so it can act as my transition shade. And I'm just going to go back in a couple times to increase the pigmentation. So yeah, so I never had a really close bond to my mom. It's not that now that I'm getting older that I'm getting more of a closer relationship with her, and like I can actually talk to her about things. I'm going to go in with the same color and again just apply it to my other eye. But I'm registered to start at Loyola in the fall, and it's a program through Loyola. It's called the Rupe, and if you guys are still juniors or sophomores, you guys should really look into it. It basically allows you to get your associate's degree through that program, and then if you wanted to go to Loyola afterwards, you would get like a huge discount, and it's just an awesome program. So I will look into it. I'm going to go in with this Wet n Wild brush, and I'm going to go in to this color right next to it, this chocolate brown. I'm going to go into that, and I'm just going to tap into it very, very lightly, since this is very, very pigmented, and you can always build it up. It's better to start with a little bit and build it up than to start with a lot and then having to blend it out for like 20 minutes. So you start with a little bit, and I'm going to put it right where I put that transition shade, but right below it, so that it has like an ombre effect. So I'm really like excited and happy to start this YouTube channel, and you guys have no idea how long I've been watching YouTube. I've been watching YouTube not that long, to be honest. I've been watching YouTube for 2 years. I started in junior year, and I know Tess Christian. She does a lot of fashion, and she does like a little bit of makeup, but she was the first person that I watched on YouTube. And she just triggered, I feel like she was the one who inspired me to keep watching YouTube. And from there, when I started watching more videos and more people, I started getting intrigued on the idea of doing YouTube. And I started watching a lot more makeup than I did fashion, even though I love fashion. But, and I'm just doing that thing to this eye right here. I love fashion, but I feel like I'm more interested in, but yeah, so Tess Christian was the one who like really started, who had me intrigued in watching YouTube, and then from there, I got into makeup, and then that's when I was really, really, like, all I would be doing all day, every day, if you saw me during school, during work, during my break, at home, at night, before I fell asleep, literally my life was YouTube videos. And I don't know why, and everybody that I know or that would like talk to me knew how interested I was in YouTube, and like not even about doing it, because I wasn't thinking about doing it at that time yet, but just how I was so intrigued, and I was just so into YouTube and watching videos. So I feel like that's what kind of sparked all of that. But yeah. everybody who I kind of know knows how much I was obsessed with YouTube videos, and I still am, don't get me wrong. And I'm glad now that I'm not in school just because I have more time. And when I do enter school, I obviously want to keep this channel going. And I was thinking about actually doing 2 videos a week. Sometimes I was actually thinking about doing 3 at first, but I didn't know how all that would work out, and I didn't know how long editing would take me since I've never really edited. I've never been big on editing, and I don't know how to edit, so that's something that I need to learn. And it's going to take a little bit of time to get my videos to exactly where I wanted to, because I need to learn all the tips and tricks of editing, and I'll probably end up watching some videos of how to do that too, because I have my Mac, but like I said, I don't know anything about editing. But so after I got the 2 colors to how pigmented you want them and my desired pigmentation and how I want them to look, I'm going to grab this Morphe E17 brush, and it's a very, very small tapered brush with it could pick up a lot of product and just place it in a very precise area, and it'll still blend it because it's a blendable brush. It's just very tapered and very dense. So I'm going to grab this grayish taupey color right here. I'm just going to pick up a little bit of this because again, it's very, very pigmented, and I can always build it up rather than putting a lot and having it look like a mess. So I'm just going to place this right on my outer corner, and I'm just going to blend it a little bit and place it where I want it, and then from there disperse all the product to exactly, I'm just putting it right here in the outer corner, blending it a little bit, and then bringing it into my crease a little bit so everything blends and there's no harsh lines, which is one of the most important things. You don't want to see any harsh line. So I'm going to grab a little bit more. Before I move on to the other eye, I'm going to grab a little bit more, my brush, and again do the same thing that I did at first, just to build up the color a little bit. But, yeah, so I was thinking about doing 3 videos at first, but for right now I think I'm going to only do 2. And so my videos are going to be up on Wednesdays and Fridays. So hopefully when you guys see this video, it'll be Wednesday, most likely, I'm pretty sure. And today's Monday, so I have 2 days to edit this video. So, yeah, hopefully this video will be up on Wednesday. And I'm going to pick up the same color and then go into my other eye. Start doing my other eye now. But, so hopefully this video will be up by Wednesday, and then I kind of do have an idea of what my Friday video will be, but I'll just leave that as a surprise for you guys. And then I'm going to go in with that same Wet n Wild brush with no other product and just go over everything to make sure it's blended. I'm going to go in with a little bit of this black shade, this matte black shade. It ends up turning into like a gray when you apply it to your lid. It doesn't transfer to fully black. And I'm going to put it just on top of that gray to add a little bit more definition and dimension to the look. And then again, I'm just going to blend until there's no harsh lines. And it should look like a little purpley mauve-ish color, and you can add any other color that you want if you want more pigmentation of a certain color, but I just like the gradual effect that it gives. So again, I'm just gonna blend. This AOA Studio E123 brush, and this was, I believe, like $1 from Shop Miss A, and I I didn't buy so many stuff, but I wanted to try out some of their brushes. And so far, they're really good. And I like them. So I'm just going to get the same concealer, put some on the brush, and put right under my eyebrow. To set that, I'm going to go in with the first shadow of the palette that we used to set our whole eyes. It's a little brighter than my skin tone, so it'll be perfect for that brow highlight. And this is also going to give the effect of your eyebrow being more raised up. And then over to make sure that there's no harsh lines or anything like that. And then I'm going to go in with the same Anastasia Brow Wiz. And I'm just going to sharpen my eyebrows a little more. So I'm not going to put as much product as I did at first, but I'm just going to define it a little more. And then we're going to come back and we're going to do the eyes later when I finish my face. And I'm going to start doing my face. We've applied our primer maybe like 25 minutes ago, 30 minutes ago. I know that everything synced into my skin and nothing's just sitting on top. Well, hopefully. So I'm just gonna disperse everything through my skin and then start to blend. Oh wow, this is full coverage. Do you guys see that? Oh wow. I feel like if you were to apply it with a brush, I feel like it would be even more full coverage. But I'm using my L'Oreal sponge. This is honestly like a dupe for the Beauty Blender. This L'Oreal sponge and this Eco Tool sponge, this isn't wet, but when you wet it, it is super soft and it expands probably as big as the L'Oreal sponge, if not bigger. But these two are complete dupes, I would say, for the Beauty Blender. And I'm recording right now in my living room. So when I first did my first YouTube video, I think I told you guys that I did that at my cousin's house because there's no space in my house, seeing how I live with my mom and my sister. And my sister recently had a baby, not recently, but 2 years ago she had a baby. So of course he lives with us too. So it's all of us, and we have a dog too. I'll probably show you guys him at one point in this video, so stay tuned. But he's a Cocker Spaniel and he's 11 years old now. His birthday was in April, so I mean he's a little old, but I don't like to think that because he will be my baby forever. And I've had him since I believe I was like in the 2nd grade when my mom got him. So for my concealer, I'm going to use this Naked Skin Urban Decay concealer, and this is in the shade Fair Neutral under here, but it's okay. I'm only going to apply a little bit because I don't have a lot of dark under eye circles, and this foundation is super full coverage, so I don't need a ton of more coverage. for right now, I have everything like kind of just in a big container, and so that's what I have my makeup stored in. But so definitely when I have my own vanity and I have my own room, if that happens, I'll definitely give you guys like a tour. But as of right now, I can't because I wouldn't really give you a tour of much since I don't have that much space or anything. I went to go grab my Bare Minerals Bare Skin Veil. It's the powder foundation and it's the shade light to medium. So this adds a little bit more coverage, but I don't really use it for that. I just use it to set my foundation. I'm going to grab this Morphe E4 brush. And I know I use this for contouring, but I'm just going to use it to powder my whole face. So I'm just going to dip it in there. And I'm just going to put the product on my face. And then for my under eyes, I'm going to go in one more time with the L'Oreal sponge to make sure I don't have any creases. And if I do, it'll just make sure that they get blended away. I'm going to grab this Morphe E30 brush. And I'm going to grab my NYX HD finishing powder, which is, I need to repurchase soon. I'm just going to grab some of that, apply it, and put it under my eyes. This is kind of like, I would say, a dupe for the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. A bit of MAC Fix Plus. And it's going to get rid of that powderiness. And I know we're not done. I just squirted in my face. I mean in my eye. But and then I'm going to go on with the same eyeshadow brush and kind of blend a little more of what we have. And then I'm going to grab the same AOA Studio brush, and I'm going to grab in the same palette these two pinkish shades right here, the third and the fourth shade. So to mix them and apply them to my eyes so that I'm just going to apply it to the, not the inner corner, but in the inner half of my eyes. Okay, so I'm going to grab, again, the Wet n Wild brush and just go over, not the whole thing, but just the edges of where I apply the eyeshadow right now. Just to, again, make sure that we don't have any harsh lines or anything like that. And then I'm going to grab the E17 brush, the Morphe E17 brush. Get a little bit of this chocolate brown color right here. And just like a little bit, and I'm going to apply that to my bottom lash line. And again, picking up a little more and applying that to my other eye. Still not done with the eyes, but I'll come back to it in a little bit. I'm going to apply the Butter Bronzer by Physicians Formula. And I'm going to use this Sigma large angled contour brush. I'm just going to dip it in there like a couple times because this bronzer is pretty pigmented. Down my neck to make sure that it is indeed all there and contoured. And then with the same brush, I'm going to grab a little bit of Milani's curl to grab a little bit, grab like one dab and apply it to the apples of my cheeks. I'm going to go in with this Royal Lanico brush. It's a mini flat smudger brush. And it just came in a set with like maybe 15 or 20 brushes, and these are awesome. And I'm just going to pick up a little bit on just directly, just going in like that and hitting it kind of. And I'm just going to contour my nose a little bit with it. And I like to blend it up to my eyebrow to make it look more natural. And it just looks more, not harsh, but I would say it just looks more gathered together. I'm going to curl my lashes because I have like little to none, and I was debating about wearing lashes, but I'm just going to curl my eyelashes and then put a little bit of this e.l.f. eyeliner. I'm going to curl my lashes first. So I'm going to curl my lashes using this Revlon. It's just a lash curler. And since I don't have that many or that long eyelashes to begin with, I kind of have to hold it there more to make sure that the curl is staying. For my mascara, I'm going to use this Clinique mascara, and I'm not sure what it's called. Now I'm going to apply my e.l.f. eyeliner in black. So to apply my eyeliner, I'm going to use this e.l.f. small angled brush and just start. And then for my lips, I'm going to go with something a little more natural. So I'm going to use this Wet n Wild Bare Doll. It's just a lipstick. And it's just like a Your Lips But Better color. I'm going to spray my face one more time with Fix Plus. I'm going to go in with this Wet n Wild Mega Value Mascara. And I'm just going to apply it to my bottom lash line. For highlighter, I'm going to use this Morphe G37 brush from their Gunmetal collection. And this Jaclyn Hill Champagne Pop highlighter. And I'm just going to dip my brush in there a little bit and just apply it to my cheekbones. I like this brush mainly because it's not too thick, it's not too thin, and it applies the product where you want it. And so that's honestly what I love about it so much. And I kind of use this, you can use this for contour too, which I had before, and I like the way it looks. So this is like, to me, I would say a multi-use purpose brush. And I really, I just love it. Hey guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope that you liked everything that I used and the products and how I use it. So again, I'll be sure to upload on Wednesdays and Fridays, and then if I get the hang of it, I'm going to start uploading on Sundays as well. And I hope that you guys are excited for this channel as much as I am. If you guys have any questions about anything at all, whether it be my background, my life, my school life, my career, whatever it may be, you guys can link it in the drop bar below. It's just my dog, and I love him so much. He's so cute. Cocker Spaniel and a Poodle mix, and I think these lights are super bright for him. I feel like that's kind of why he doesn't want to be here either. But I love my dog to death. Okay. Say bye. Okay, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you guys love this video. And I'm sure that a lot of you guys watching it I know or I've heard of. But if you like this types of videos, if you like this video, let me know in the down bar below. And if you like my channel so far, please let your friends know and help me grow my channel a little bit more. Thank you so much for watching.